What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another exciting episode of Fornever News! In this episode, boy, we got some stories to talk about. For starters, as always, we got our regularly scheduled update on the smashing record-breaking success of Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba, in particular with the Mugen Train film. Yeah, it broke even more records yet again. Big records. It's absolutely just unheard of what the heck it's done this time, so we're going to get into that. We also got a major update, breaking news on Attack on Titan and how much longer it is going to be, the manga, because yeah, it's on the tail end. It's about to end anytime now. We're gonna get into that. Got a small update on the author of Black Clover. Things aren't looking too well there, so we're gonna jump into that one. Yeah, never like hearing these type of stories. We got a couple of new manga coming to Shonen Jump, so we're gonna take a look at that. We got some rumors regarding XxXTentacion and anime, and if there's any X fans out there, yeah, you're gonna want to stay tuned to this one. We got two huge pieces of Seven Deadly Sins news regarding a manga sequel as well as the next season of the anime, one of which is like, okay, I'm excited about, one of which is we're gonna get into it. And lastly, we got a story on a very popular torrent site and some issues that are going on there. So packed house of news, different type of news this week, but nevertheless, we're gonna get into it. So without further ado, let's jump into another episode of Fornever News, the only news source that provides anything and everything anime and manga related, and we don't bore you. We get into the shits, people. Let's do it. That's how it be, though. Okay, people, we're here. Let's talk some Demon Slayer, because y'all already know it's like, and it'll probably remain this way for quite some time at the very least, on covering the latest news updates, and a lot of you guys seem to enjoy hearing about it, so I'm going to keep on covering it because I enjoy talking about it as well, because it's just, again, unheard of, just insane, the success, the level of success for that matter, that Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba is obtaining, in particular, especially lately with the Mugen Train film. Let's read. Demon Slayer stays at #1 for 4th weekend. Monster Strike film opens at 6. Okay, nobody really knows about Monster Strike. Well, maybe you do. I don't know. Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba, the movie Mugen Train, stayed at #1 for its 4th weekend. The film earned 1.772 billion yen, which is about $16.8 million during the weekend, and it sold 1.2 million tickets from Saturday to Sunday. The film has sold 15.37 million tickets to earn over 20 billion, about almost $200 million. It is now the 5th highest earning film of all time in Japan, not just anime films, of all time, surpassing even Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, which was a 20.3 billion yen gross, and becoming the 3rd highest anime film of all time. Holy shit. And of course, you know, the film opened on October 16th at #1 in its opening weekend, highest opening weekend globally for the October 16th through 18th weekend. And wow, bro, like, yo, you passing Harry Potter, 5th highest grossing film of all time in Japan, not just anime, 3rd in anime. It keeps on going. This could very well be the #1. Like, honestly, I say it all the time, but I'm gonna say it again. There will be a Demon Slayer sequel. Like, there has to be, because businessmen, just business-wise, I'm not talking about whether it's good for the service, whether the story is going to be good or bad, they are going to do it, because this is too much money involved. The latest volume of Demon Slayer, the last volume for that matter, they just put out the cover, and that's going to come out soon, and that's going to break all sorts of records, and they're going to be foaming at the mouth for more. Like, you know, even though the anime is coming, you know, season 2 eventually will come, and that's going to boost sales again. Like, I know that they're going to hands down want more of this. This is literally what they've been dreaming of, so that One Piece eventually can end and they can still make more money. Demon Slayer is getting a sequel. There's just a matter of when, and it's not that it's been confirmed. I'm telling you, just based on a financial standpoint, they would be absolutely buffoons to miss out on this. So next up, Black Clover, just a small update, but it is a bit serious, especially in these times in particular. The creator of Black Clover recently got sick. Let's just quickly read. It was according to his author comment. He said, "I caught a cold from my daughter. The damage was much higher on me. I need to raise my immunity powers." And again, in everything that's going on in the world right now, y'all know what I'm talking about. This is not a good thing to hear. And thankfully, Tabata is taking this upcoming week off, so there won't be no Black Clover chapter, which is a very good thing. If he is sick or he's been sick, he could rest up, relax a little bit. It's just a shame, and I'm saddened to hear his daughter as well. Like, you know, I'm a father, and hearing that your child is sick, and then him getting even sicker than that, like, all horrible stuff. Wishing a bunch of positive vibes and best wishes for Yuki Tabata. Get well, sensei. Do not worry about Jump right now. Focus on your health and your family. Yeah, positive vibes. Okay, so next up, we got some new manga coming to Shonen Jump. We talked about one of them, but we got a little bit more details. Let's read. It says, we got a new and pretty short serialization round coming next week. For starters is Build King, which we talked about, and we've seen the image of the characters. Build King should have almost no presentation. This one-shot was published by Mitsutoshi Shimabukuro in commemoration of Jump. Okay, so this was originally a one-shot that was posted in 2018, and of course Shimabukuro was famous for Toriko and a couple other series. I'm still really a big fan of Chingiri. As I've said before, it's about a dude whose name is YouTuber, and he's really strong at pinching. In particular, he can pinch your nipples and beat you in a fight. So yeah, and then next we have Sakamoto Days by Yuto Suzuki, a more unknown mangaka with a few works already. This new series is based on their Jump Giga Winter 2020 one-shot titled Sakamoto. Suzuki also published 2 one-shots in Jump Plus, with Mukuroku being voiced in Jump's official YouTube channel and Locker Room being adapted as a short on a live action series. So 2 new series, which is a lot smaller. Normally they have like 4 to 6, I think, new serializations, or 4 especially. So them doing 2, and in particular one of them is Mitsutoshi Shimabukuro. We'll see how it goes, to be honest with you. I'm not expecting too much because I'm doubting that they're going to push this Build King series, considering they gave Toriko the red carpet treatment and that didn't do so well for them. So we gotta wait and see, and I don't really care about popularity like that. I want to see if it's actually a genuinely good story that I could get into, because, you know, the author has had so much praise. I wasn't the biggest fan of Toriko, but a good story is a good story, and if this is dope, then so be it. And then I believe it was Sakamoto Days, the second one. We gotta wait and see. So next up, the late and great artist, hip-hop artist, rapper, however you want to call him, XxXTentacion legend. He was a big anime and manga fan. I remember seeing tweets of him saying One Piece is better than Naruto and all sorts of stuff, and I used to love that. I love when hip-hop crosses over with anime and manga culture, because believe it or not, a lot of your favorite artists probably are secretly big anime and manga fans. It's just, now it's becoming more popularized, where people are coming out in the open and saying, yeah, I like this one and that one. I mean, look at Lil Uzi Vert with his song Sasuke and whatnot. But XxXTentacion's mom was recently in an interview, her and I want to say it's the manager that handles things, or one of her partners, and they were asked about like new projects that are coming up, and they said that they are actually trying to work on getting an XxXTentacion anime created, and I would love to see it, whether it's a kind of biopic or like, you know, a retelling of his life story. That would be insane in anime form. I would love it. I would support the shit out of it. I loved his music. That kid, he would be right now one of the most hugest stars in the world. He was already becoming a major star and a major act, but he would be just, it's so sad, you know, talking about it and shit. But if they did do an XxXTentacion anime, I am so for it. I am here. I will support it. His mom doing it, like, you know, that was one of the things that X loved. He loved anime, so he loved manga. Him getting an anime, yo, let me do the manga adaptation. I'm just saying, yo, let's do something. Like, I hope it happens. Okay, so next up, in case you never heard, there was a torrent site, and I want to say it's still up. I'm not really sure. I think they were called like Nyaa torrents, and they were one of the biggest torrenting sites for anime for the longest time. And apparently there's like some legal issues going on. I did want to touch up on this because earlier this year we had the whole debacle with Kiss Anime going down. Now seemingly there's a big battle with them. Let's read. Torrent freak MPA lawyers send letters to alleged Nyaa site personnel to shut site down. The Torrent Freak website reported on Wednesday that the Motion Pictures Association of America delivered cease and desist letters to individuals in North America, Europe, and Australia in September who are allegedly in association with the Nyaa torrent website. According to Torrent Freak's reporting, which Anime News Network has not corroborated, legal representatives of the MPA allege copyright infringement on part of the website. The cease and desist letters demand that alongside the complete shutdown of the Nyaa website, the recipients of the letters also pay a financial settlement to the copyright holding members of the MPA and hand over rights to the website and any technologies connected to it, including the website domain. Torrent Freak stated that the copyright copyright holding members of the MPA claim that the website's activities have caused significant irreparable damage to the companies. A Twitter account linked to Nyaa's website made a statement on November 4th in response to the Torrent Freak article saying, "To briefly address this, we have no plans to shut down or quit at this time. If we do choose to shut down eventually, we will make a public database dump for any successor entity to use. We will not be just disappearing like our predecessor site, leaving everyone else on their own." So in a sense, the battle against piracy continues. I mean, in this day and age, I'd imagine, and maybe I'm totally off on this because I'm not, in the piracy realm anymore. I mostly stream everything off of like legal sites and whatnot, but I don't think that like pirating in that regard using torrenting is big. Again, maybe I'm totally off on this because there's so many streaming sites where you could just stream whatever you want and not have to wait for the files to download, which again, I get it, there's fast internet and people could probably download them in seconds or whatever, but I don't know, I don't think when I think of like pirating anime as actually downloading the files anymore. I just imagine like everybody goes to the streaming sites, but again, maybe I'm wrong on this. So next up, 2 huge pieces of 7 Deadly Sins news. What do we want to do, the bad or the good? Let's do the bad and then we'll remedy it with the good. So the new 7 Deadly Sins TV anime, they got a final art, staff, and a January 6th debut. We did talk about the January 6th debut. The official website for 7 Deadly Sins anime revealed a new promo video and visual for the 7 Deadly Sins Dragon's Judgment, the franchise's new TV anime, on Wednesday. The video previews the final arc story and reveals the anime staff and January 6th premiere debut. The announced staff are all returning from the previous 7 Deadly Sins Imperial Wrath of the Gods series. Suzumu Nishizawa returns to direct the anime at Studio Dean, and that's where I'm going to stop because yikes, not good news. That is not good news that the people that did the last season are returning to this season because the last season, that's one of the reasons why people fucking hate it, is because of those people. So the fact that they're returning, it's not like, ooh, let's celebrate, like, Ufotable's returning for Demon Slayer or some crazy shit like that. Like, no, this is a hack job returning for a further hack job. Now granted, there's been some delays, due to the pandemic and everything. Maybe they got their shit together. Maybe they're not going to give us an Escanor versus Meliodas type of animation, but we gotta wait and see. I mean, I'll keep it real. I did enjoy for the most part that season, but critically, I could tell you that there was a lot of issues visually with the art and animation, and hearing that these people are returning is not a good thing. I don't even know why they're announcing that, like, yeah, we're gonna continue to do a hack fucking job. Like, stop. But on the lighter side of things, we got the bad news out. Let's jump into, I guess, a little bit of the good news. 7 Deadly Sins sequel manga, which I'm kind of surprised because I genuinely thought Nakaba was not going to be rocking with this magazine anymore. I mean, I know that this was announced a while ago, but considering I heard that he was doing a one-shot in Shogakukan, I thought he was kind of moving from Kodansha's publishing to Shogakukan, but maybe he just was doing that one-shot for Shogakukan. Maybe he was testing the waters and he figured, I don't know, maybe this is just going to be short-lived, or maybe it's already completed and he handed it in and he already bounced. Either way, let's just read. 7 Deadly Sins sequel manga launches in January. Weekly Shonen magazine teases main characters. This year's 50th issue of Kodansha's Weekly Shonen magazine announced on Wednesday that a direct sequel to Nakaba Suzuki's The 7 Deadly Sins manga will launch in the magazine's 9th 2021 issue on January 27th. The magazine teased the sequel's protagonist boy, new enemy, and new animal companion. Kodansha USA Publishing confirmed a sequel in March with the tentative title, The 4 Nights of the Apocalypse. The new announcement of the sequel manga launch date did not include a title. Suzuki stated in February that side stories based on the remaining characters will come out someday. However, he added that this will be after he begins serializing a new work, confirming that he is working on a new series. So again, maybe this is something that he already completed and handed in. I mean, from the little visual we got, it's like sketches and stuff like that, and I'm just kind of wondering, like, it seems as though Kodansha wants to milk the title for a little bit longer and maybe had, again, Nakaba, like, throw some stories together, because if this is a direct sequel, but Nakaba said a while ago, like, these stories are coming out someday, again, maybe he just drew a few chapters, put them together, and made it a small side story or something like that. I mean, we gotta wait and see, and I'm interested in it. I haven't finished the 7 Deadly Sins yet, but if there's more story to be told and Nakaba actually penned it and it's not somebody else, I could see me at some point getting into it. But for 7 Deadly Sins fans, if you were excited and want more, manga January 27th, will be returning with the sequel manga, the Four Knights of the Apocalypse. And lastly, very, very big story, Attack on Titan manga. We already knew that it was ending, but now this big announcement makes us wonder, wow, is it ending next month? Is it ending the month after that? Like, it's not much longer. Let's read. Attack on Titan manga is 1% to 2% from completion. Creator Hajime Isayama has said that he aims to end the manga this year. Attack on Titan manga creator Hajime Isayama reported on Sunday that the manga is 1% to 2% away from completion. Isayama spoke at the unveiling of the statues of the manga's main characters at his hometown, Oyamamachi's Oyamadam. He added that he's been arranging the pieces of the finale like the endgame of Shogi. That's crazy. So if he planned on ending it, it could very well end in like with the December chapter. I'm thinking that there'll be about 1 or 2 more chapters after that. I'm thinking maybe February will be the finale with the final chapter, but we gotta wait and see. Either way, that's crazy. 1 to 2% done. Attack on Titan is at the end game, and I mean, it makes sense because the anime, the final season is approaching and starting in December, so what better way than to celebrate with the anime returning for its final season and the final chapter dropping in the same month. So maybe it won't pass 2020. Maybe that's exactly how it's going to end. Either way, 1%, 2% Attack on Titan. Wow, man, I can't even believe I lived to see the day. Now, only if we'll ever see the day Hunter x Hunter and One Piece ends. Like, I don't know how old I'll be for that. Not that I'm, like, excited for them to end. Like, no, this breaks my heart, but yeah. Curious what you guys thought about all the stories we talked about today. Demon Slayer yet again crushing the records, breaking, shattering, all that stuff. Do you think it deserves it? Mugen Train, I can't freaking wait to see this. I really hope by the time this comes out in theaters, everything in the world is back to normal, because I want to see this movie very, very badly. Send best wishes to Yuki Tabata, Black Clover author. He's had a cold. Thankfully, again, he has that break, but I hate hearing it. His family's sick. He's sick. Like, not good. Send best wishes to him. Are you interested in either of the 2 new Jump titles that are coming out? Again, Meet Satoshi's series could be good. He's a pretty damn good writer from what everyone says, so we gotta wait and see on that. Would you check out a XxTentacion anime if it came out? I ain't gonna lie, I'd be all over that, especially if it was done right, giving his life story, because his life story it's a tragic one, but definitely something that is worth doing some sort of adaptation, whether it be a movie or whatnot. But in anime, I think that would be very, very appropriate for his legacy and what he loved and what he represented. Your thoughts on the crew from the previous season of Seven Deadly Sins returning for this season? Oh god, please don't screw it up anymore, please. And will you be checking out the Seven Deadly Sins manga sequel that is dropping in January? Your thoughts on Attack on Titan? 1 to 2% from ending? No. Oh god. And just your thoughts on any of the stories we covered in today's episode. But that is all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoy the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Hit that bell to get all notifications. And if you want to follow any of my other social media, links in the description below. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule. Anime and manga for life. Bye. Have an awesome day. Peace in, and you guys just watched another episode of Fornever News! Have an awesome day. It's nights like this, and times like this, what's that I can give another hit, but I've got this inside a switch, a natural bliss, but that I miss.